G'day mechanics, this is Guardian Oz. Welcome to another Scrap Mechanic video. Yeah, why suddenly make a video? Yeah, I enjoy my engineering games, and I do enjoy Scrap Mechanic because it is kind of chill and a bit more basic and not building a 5-speed gearbox with little pieces to make a Formula 1 car. Anyway, I got asked about my piston and why do I do it as a timer, and why do I put it on my vehicles and stuff. The main thing is for anything that's slow and you need a very specific sort of timing, a piston is much easier to get your timing done sort of close and without as much fuss. To change the timing, you just edit your piston and away you go. You can make it go faster or slower because you got your speed. There's plenty of ways you can adjust your piston. But the main thing is to do with what we've got going at the moment. I've been using the Fant mod, and currently we've got the show tile command on, if you've ever seen that. That's basically what it is. I'll switch it on. So that's what we're looking at. Now the reason for all of that is Scrap Mechanic loads in a tile system, kind of like a noughts and crosses with you in the middle, and the 8 tiles around the outside are loaded with you as you move. Now why that's important is I have just stepped off, here's the boundary, of the tile that holds the packing station. So right now I'm on the tile that loads this packing station. So on this tile I'm now in the middle of my noughts and crosses grid, and the packing station is on the edge of that tile arrangement. But if I go to the edge of this one, which is out this way, just so it shows you the size of the tiles. So there's our line, there's our border. So standing here, the packing station is actually working and the logic's all loaded. As soon as we cross this border, that packing station will unload the logic. So even though we've got our piston thing doing its thing over there, the logic connected to it is not loaded, it's not functional. Only the logic is loaded when you approach the item. So if you had a watering system, or you had a button in your base, you press a button and it switches on something over here, unless I'm standing in this middle tile, it's not going to work. As soon as I go over to the button to switch it on, if it's on this other tile, switch it on, boom, it's not working over there. When I cross close enough to activate the tiles, then it all starts to switch on and then it will work. So it is actually quite a long way from a Scrap Mechanic perspective, but it's also not that far. Anyway, why am I rabbiting on about tiles? Why am I rabbiting on about pistons? Why am I rabbiting on about all that stuff? I have a specific tile set, and I'll just to show you what it means. What it is this packing station is actually at the same height on a tile as the trading cave, doorway, passageway that leads to the trader. So at the moment I'm flat all the way to there. From here all the way is flat. Now using the Fant mod and the tiles, the reason why it's really important is I can be very specific about staying inside the line of a tile when I put things in place. So I know that when my creation is traveling along this track, I'll know exactly where it is in relation to tile boundaries. So in Fant mod you can actually load the tiles specifically, that you run around, run a command, say load this tile, and they can always stay loaded. Sort of like a chunk loader in Minecraft, if you've ever had to play with that sort of stuff. It's exactly the same thing, but you'll need it for all the tiles that go down to the trader. Normally, if you had your truck, train, whatever, and you sit in it, you travel and load and unload all the tiles as you travel along. I want to make an automated drone, so that's what all this is all about. Is I spent many movies trying to find a tile that actually had this arrangement with the packing station and the trader cave at the same height. It's pretty rare. Took me about 2 days, couple of movies to find it. Just load, unload, run around, check it all out. So anyway, we've got the tile sorted out, we've got the show tile sorted out, we've got the position of the trader all sorted out, and we've got an idea of what I'm doing. Now the reason why I'm so excited to have a flat system, if you guys have ever seen my trains before, They've had a lot of bearings into relation with steering and bogies and allowing the movement of the bogies, the movement of the tyres in and out, the actual pressure drive inside the wheels to actually keep it centered inside the rail formats and all that sort of stuff. And then the rails themselves ended up being quite complex to put in. So at the moment you can see this is just an absolutely massive flat slab of blocks. It still took a long time to put in. Again, a couple of podcasts, quite a lot of podcasts actually, to put in my spare time. So it's taken a long time to get it to what I already have. And I'm absolutely dreading the downhill ramp at the trader side, but we're going to skip that. And the plan is to do it like a slot-based setup. I saw someone's video and they had a slot-based setup, and I'm like, wow, that is so much easier than all the trains and all the other stuff. Their creation seemed to work pretty reliably in it, so I'm like, yep, that's the way to go. I'll give it a shot. So still need to work out my geometry. I know what the geometry I like is, but I haven't yet worked out a quick, easy way to translate it into my turns. I've got to work out a way to put up my lift and that sort of stuff and weld it in. But anyway, that's that part. The vehicle is going to be simpler, no flexi bogies, all that kind of stuff. I want to do it based on colours, so just spray paint the ground, have some colour sensors, and basically have my drone trundle along. So yeah, this was just a quick progress video, answer a few questions that I've seen online with my stuff, and just get you going. Yeah, and the other thing for this sort of stuff is, so you can use your spud gun and switch it on and off if you guys have never seen that before. That's why that is over there and I don't care about it. I could have a control panel up here to run it all. Yeah, and my master stop go button to switch it all on. Yeah, thanks very much. Hope this has helped somebody. And if you're interested, I'll probably be a couple of weeks before I get out my next update for this. It's got to go in my free time, of course, and some of the stuff actually is taking a lot of effort to just work out what will work on the scale I want. Yeah, so catch you guys later.